Dr. Postlewaite had a couple of comments for us.
Thanks. Just very quickly, at your places is the annual report from the Council of the Great City Schools. During the difficult budget years, we did not join the council. We joined again last year, and this is their annual report, which is really important to us. The Council of the Great City Schools comprises schools that are very much like ours, that have demographics that are similar to Charleston County's demographics, and their sizes are significant. So we provide that to you for your information. They have a lot of great conferences and research analyses that can be really helpful to us. Mr. Kennedy recommends them highly and has already had some folks in here conducting a review and giving us feedback, and there's no charge for that service other than to cover the costs of travel. And then the other thing I just wanted to say quickly about the advanced ed accreditation, there are 7 districts in South Carolina that are not fully accredited. They are Allendale, Bamberg 1, Dillon 2, Hampton 1, Hampton 2, Lee County, and Charleston County. So when I say fully accredited, I mean every school in the district accredited. All of our high schools have been going through advanced ed accreditation. They need to maintain their accreditation. They go through it every 5 years, and they've been doing it on their own without any connection to the rest of the system. So this process accredits all of our high schools, our middle schools, and our elementary schools, and connects it to the district in a systemic way with a process that doesn't leave to chance, whether we survey our customers, whether we pay attention to feedback, whether we look at data and pledge ourselves to continually improve. It is a complete system alignment approach, and that's one of the huge benefits for having accomplished it district-wide. So we're hoping that whether we pass this first time or not, we'll get great feedback, and we absolutely intend to get the entire district accredited. We do not belong on the list of districts that are not fully accredited. So, thank you.
Right, thank you. All right, so let's see, we have anything else? If not, I guess we'll go ahead and... Was there any other public comments? Going once, going twice, hearing done. All right, take a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
All right.
Can we take a few minutes
All in
break?
favor?
Can we really don't have,
We just have 4 kids.
Oh,
yeah, that's all we have, so.
Okay, jump on
Are we
it.
okay? All right, so I'm gonna call the special called meeting to order for August 13th, 2018. The only items that we have on the agenda are a couple of transfer and out-of-county requests from executive session. So the first is there are 4 out-of-county requests. So does anybody have a motion for those, or?
they're all individual.
Yeah.
I think that, Chris, do you want to keep them separate?
Well, this is a regular meeting, so.
But we can put them all together.
Oh,
or we
you're
can
asking about the
keep
one,
it- Yes, separate.
Separate.
Okay, so we need to vote on them separately.
Okay, so
Can we do Chris's one first?
Yes.
yeah, that's
Well,
what we're gonna do. Okay, so the first one is out of county request number 1. Do we have a motion?
I would make a motion to allow the student to remain if they pay the tuition.
Okay, so we have a motion from Cindy. And do we have a second? I'll second, and they're for them to remain if they pay tuition. Mr. Hollenshed, how do you vote?
I don't know enough about it.
Okay.
I wasn't here.
All right.
Abstain.
Ms. Coates?
How strongly do you feel about this, Chris?
Yeah, Chris.
I'm gonna vote no.
No.
Okay. Mr. Miller? This is number 1.
Make the motion. What's the motion again?
The motion is to approve with them paying tuition.
Approve that they pay tuition.
Approve to stay if they pay tuition.
So if I vote yes, that means they pay tuition. If I vote no, that means
No, it
No,
means
I mean, no,
have
they
an
don't get to
option.
stay.
They don't get to
Yeah, the yes or no is they get to stay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Stobbs?
I vote no.
Miss Jeffrey?
No.
Reverend Mack?
No.
And I vote no, the motion fails. Do I have another motion for the other out of county? Can we do those as a group?
Sure. So
Sure,
I'll
I
make a
would
mo-
move, oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'll make a motion that we approve item number
B, C, and D.
B, C, and D. Yeah.
Providing they pay tuition.
Right, providing that they pay tuition. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
All right, so we
I was
have,
looking at my notes. I'm going like, what does this?
so we
say?
have a motion from Reverend Mack and a second from Mr. Stobbs.
And the
that
motion
Is to approve.
Is approved.
That they stay, I can't think of it.
Require that they pay tuition.
Requiring that they pay tuition, what that verb was. So we have a motion and a second on these. All right, Mr. Hollenshed, how do you vote?
For that one again too.
I'm sorry?
I still don't know much about it.
Okay. All right, Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Ms. Jeffrey?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Mr. Stobbs?
Yes.
Reverend Mack?
Yes.
And I vote yes, the motion passes. And the next are transfers, and I'll make a motion. And the motion is to overturn the constituents board decision for number 64, 74, and 82. And move to overturn and direct place number 63, 65, 67, 70, 72, 73, 75, 76, 77, 78, 80, and 81. So that's
Second.
my motion and a second. Do we have any questions? Mr. Hollenshed?
And,
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Yes.
Ms. Jeffrey?
Yes.
Mr. Stobbs, you voted yes.
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Aye.
Reverend Mack?
Yes.
And I vote yes. And the motion passes. And just real quick before we adjourn, 3 quick things. 1, Sean's not here, but please pass on our thanks. We're gonna miss him. 2, you all have the board docs in front of you, and some of us have done board docs training. And I would recommend that between now and our August 27th meeting, everybody get some training, because one of the things that we'll be doing with this is voting. So I can have Julie set up a couple of other training and times, or do you guys want to coordinate directly with Julie for schedule, or should we just send out some times for training? Like next Monday, maybe? Well, I don't know, we'll work with works, but I think we're gonna need some more training on it. So if we don't do any more training and we try to do this in 2 weeks, it's gonna be very painful. So,
You said
I think
so.
to be clear,
yes, yeah,
when we use this, we will be voting on them.
right. So when you used it, when you're in the board docs and we're voting, once the motion is exactly like we want it, it'll come up and ask you to vote. There'll be a little window that comes up and then you vote yes or no.
What that does is it will then show up on the public monitors,
so,
our name and our vote.
okay.
Yeah, so we need to work on it, and what we kind of talked about doing maybe on the 27th is that we vote on here and we vote by paper, but because you got to get used to it. Maybe by the end of the meeting we can just vote on the computers, but it would really help if you haven't been trained, if you get some training. All right, for those of you who haven't been trained, because some people have been out of town, haven't been able to. So we'll work on that, and then. I think Erica, if she hasn't already, she may have already, and I just didn't see it, send out something to us, seeing if anybody wanted to help at any of the places that the staff needs help on the first day of school, opening car doors or helping kids off the bus. So she was gonna let us know, and we can sign up to do that at places that need help from some able-bodied people, which we can kind of be. All right, so good luck to everybody on the first day of school. You're definitely ready, and we appreciate your hard work, and we'll,
I want to say one thing.
yeah.
For those who had first day yesterday, God bless you. I was there for about 45 minutes, and I just could not take the heat.
It was hot.
My
It was
son was
hot.
like, "Daddy, it's hot." so I I chickened out and bolted, but for those who worked, I appreciate, your hard work and your diligence, because there were a lot of children and a lot of families there, and hopefully people left with some supplies to get them ready for the first day.
Yeah, so Eric and I were there for a little while in the one of the CCSD booths, I think, and it was amazing because most of the staff that were in that booth had been at the Hootie thing the day before and the Hootie thing the Friday before, and all had kids. All the people coming by our booth, we were handing out books. They were so appreciative.
I was about to say they were soaking wet.
No, they weren't. I was soaking wet, but they were so appreciative. So thank you guys for all. I mean, I think everybody's worked really hard this summer.
Yeah.
Thank
Matter of
you.
fact, I have my first event today, as a matter of fact. My back to school initiative, my 14th year, I might say. I'm going to be at Stone Park Elementary today from 7 to 8 today. And then tomorrow I'll be at the Guamala Island Community Center in Guamala from 7 to 8 tomorrow.
At night, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so see, it won't be so hot.
Yeah, I don't think.
All right, any other business? If not, y'all have a great day. The meeting's adjourned, and we'll see you on the 27th. Have fun on the 20th.